That's crazy. Why you don't? What's up, man? We back again. We gave up naming this podcast, episode 9. I'm real.
I'm Hemi.
And why you don't want to introduce the show, bro?
I mean, you've been doing it. Like, I'm gonna get ignorant when I do it. So,
Bro,
I hope you're ready for that.
This would be the perfect time for you to get ignorant.
Really?
Yeah. I'm just
all right. Next week, I'm gonna show my black ass on your show, and then I don't hear nothing.
That's cool. So something is coming to pass, right?
Right.
Why do I keep saying right? I hate when I say right. I say I'm gonna try to.
No, I mean, listen.
Y'all take a shot for every time I say right. But something's coming to pass, and we're thinking about growing the show and the name. We gave up naming this podcast. Maybe we shouldn't have given up naming this podcast, and in order to go to the next level, we might need a real name. So
we got a few candidates that we interviewing. A few candidates we're interviewing that we like a lot as far as names.
What do y'all think? Do y'all like the name? Should we change the name?
Should we change the name? I like the Wet Mike podcast.
It is not going to be the Wet Mike podcast.
I definitely like the shit. Just funny to me.
I know it is hilarious to you.
Do
funny. Not vote. Do not
the
comment for the Wet Mike podcast.
Yeah. So are we live? We gotta start. Hey, bring y'all people in, invite them in to the podcast. Most definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna start scheduling too, so it can be a set schedule. So what I'm saying, when to actually
some real promo. We just had to get it.
It's a learning curve. We building the plane as we fly. We're thankful for the people who have been rocking with us. And we just feel like we owe y'all better, or we just want to.
We're gonna be more savvy when it comes to that. It's one of those things to where let's see, like how this. My boy said no napkin, and I still
playing with a paper towel.
But no, truthfully, it's like one of those things to where you can talk about something so long, and you keep talking, it just be ideas. We had to get out here and actually start moving, start doing it, and now that we are doing it, we are learning. And we're going to give this experience to you all as we continue to grow. And eventually we're going to have something that's set and you all can say that you all helped start this. So shout out to y'all.
For sure. All right, let's get into the show, man. This is a few days after Christmas.
It didn't feel like Christmas.
Why is I'm hearing a lot of people say that. I've been hearing people say that. So I'm gonna get your take on it, and then I'll get my take. But why don't you feel like it feels like Christmas? What does that even mean? What does Christmas feel like?
I don't the excitement around Christmas, like it didn't really feel like Christmas. Like it truly felt like a consumer holiday this year for me, truthfully. I guess like now that I've like tapped into more of my spiritual side, like I want things to have a little bit more meaning.
Okay.
Than they I guess traditionally had. I guess like being an adult, like a lot of I truly think that things should have a lot more meaning now than so it didn't feel like Christmas, it just felt like a job. It felt like I had to do things. So
I mean, yeah, that's the difference from when you are a child, you know what I'm saying, to when you become an adult. The magic is lost when you have you saying you the person, you're the consumer, you're buying shit now as opposed to when you were a child and all you had to do was receive. That's why they say it's harder to give a lot of the time. And for me,
I'm a natural giver. So I don't necessarily think that it was more about me having to give. It's just, again, I just felt like the climate of the time didn't feel Christmassy.
You talking about you feel like it was too warm? You talking about
no, not that. I mean, I just feel like the atmosphere wasn't Christmas. Like I feel like it's just like Christmas that time of year. Like I ain't heard a lot of Christmas music. I didn't see a lot of decorations. Like it just didn't feel like Christmas. It felt like this is the time of year that we do this. And even now, like New Year's is a few days away. New Year is a few days away, and it doesn't feel like it. It just feel like we're going through the motions. And I guess maybe this is how our parents felt when they were our age. So I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's a sign of the times. Maybe it's a cultural thing. It's a cultural shift. More. I think do maybe remember more houses having Christmas lights as a child, or maybe
MLG and W. I'm sure they probably don't want their bill to go up.
Man, that is a real thing though, because I got my Christmas tree in the house. I'm about to have to be cognizant. Well, hold on now, it's about
Let me turn
6 man. Let me turn these lights off. Let me get it in a little wrist, and that may be a sign of the times, if you will. But the magic of Christmas, do I feel like is lost on me? I will agree with you for once. it's like yeah, I do kind of feel like it's less Christmas light. It was less Christmas music, but I think it's different because yeah, like I said, culturally, just how things have shifted and how things have changed. When you were a child, you were in the back seat, you were listening, you had to listen to the radio. So you had to. It was the radio determined what you would listen to. So it was songs, it was scripted songs being played. Now we all have our playlists. We listening to podcasts. We're listening to YouTube. We're listening to Spotify, Apple Music, and everything is really individualized. Oh, it's giving me a great point. I feel like a lot of the culture we're losing culture. I feel like culture was a bigger thing where people were more connected in the past because you can only listen to the radio. There were only a few radio stations to listen to.
True. We all consume the same thing.
We all consumed the same thing. It was like six TV channels. So when the Rocky when
that's that Lamar Garden shit, because I think I've always had a little bit more than 6 TV channels.
Hold on, brother. I'm just saying, not at my age. I'm talking about 1969 when folks went on the moon. It was seminal because
TV cut off at a certain time.
Yeah, I'm saying so most people consume the same thing. So people were more culturally together as opposed to now where it's so many different segments.
You can be your own special weird. You can definitely be your own special weird.
Yeah. It's everybody has their own little niche, and this weird person and this person over here, just because the advent of the internet and social media has changed it. It has further moved us apart, if you will. So
yeah, it's a weird time for sure. It's a new time. I ain't gonna say it's weird. It's just new.
Yeah. So we're gonna start with the Beyoncé Bowl, Netflix on Christmas Day. Netflix, I got to hand clap to Netflix, man. They held it together.
That Mike Tyson joke,
terrible. They were down, and I told you, I'm like, hey, if they mess this up, it's gonna be hell to pay. And bro, like I got it, like
the angles was crazy.
Everything, it was a great production. Like I'm gonna shit on you if it's not up to par. But we are also gonna give you your props when you do well. And I thought that production
my $30 a month put the good use, baby.
Right. It was really good. Use. So what did you feel about the Beyonce's performance?
Well, my take on what she does as an artist is nothing but greatness. Like even it was country music, so let's take that with a grain of salt. We're not gonna consume country music the way we should or would. Everybody's not gonna consume it the same. I don't wanna. I guess I'm part of the Beehive a little bit because I love me some Beyonce. I didn't want to say that. Pause. I guess I gotta say pause.
Why you gotta say pause, bro?
That's like a man saying that he was a barb. But nah,
that's different, bro. It's different.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that I listened to that album a lot because I did not hear a few songs on there and they were decent. But as far as her performance goes, as far as the production, great. Yeah, it's great production. Yeah, well put together. Like I said, it's country music, so we know where you about to go with it.
Where who about to go with it?
Listen, do not insult the Beehive on this show because we're gonna kill half the fan. If we ever have a fan base big, you done already shitted on. No, we love the performance. Beehive, shout out to the Beehive. Don't do it, real. Don't do it. Look at his face. Look at his face. Don't do it.
All right, so now it's time to give my take on the performance. No, first off, I am a proud Beehive member. I'm not a Beehive person, but I do love Beyonce. I feel like because when it's a negative connotation. That,
I'm gonna say this: ugly hoes hate Beyonce. That's one I post this every time I see any Beyonce hate. Mm-hmm. Take it how you want to take it. Ugly hoes hate Beyonce. Bitter hoes hate Future.
All right, and I'm going into my into my take. So I'm not a country music fan.
Yeah.
I did listen to the album. What's the name of it?
Cowboy Carter.
Cowboy. I did.
Is
listen,
it Cowboy Carter?
It is Cowboy Carter.
Okay.
I just blanked on it for a second. I did listen to Cowboy Carter. It is my once. Listen to it once when it first came out. My least favorite Beyonce album by far, just because I'm not a country music fan.
Yeah.
But so, and by extension, I didn't think it was her best performance. Okay. Because I don't like the performance itself was good for what it was, for being a country album, more subdued. The visuals were amazing. The black people, like, it was beautiful. Like, and like you said, from a production standpoint, it was a good performance. I prefer Beyonce when she's more high energy, more pop, R&B. You can say that. I prefer her when she's dancing. That's my favorite, Beyonce. And this performance, it was beautiful. Everybody had their white on. It was like we were in a live rodeo. Then had Posty come out and do his thing. I thought it was nice. It was cool for what it was. So I'm not gonna look. Don't come up. Don't get me. I'm cool. I'm with it. It was a good performance. Just not my favorite album. Speaking of albums, Beyonce, what's your favorite Beyonce album?
Listen, I hate to be new. Man, Renaissance just did something to me, man.
Bro,
it just moved me in a way that music have not moved me in a long time. I think I listened to that album, and before I know it, I had listened to it for about the 5th time in a row. I think we talked about it in the group text, and I'm just like,
nah, it hit different, bro.
Yeah, it definitely hit different. I think if you don't like that album, I think people didn't like that album because they was hoping Beyonce was gonna get them some heartbroken music. Nah, this was something special. Like Renaissance, I'm sorry, it's one of my all-time favorite albums.
Yes, I am. We are in agreement. Yeah. Renaissance just hit different, and it's all around the time too. Because if you remember, Drake had released the honestly Nevermind shit, and to very much disappointed fans, and I being
Sticky
one of them.
Snapping. I'm sorry.
He had a couple of good songs on there, but
great.
Overall, it was very mid.
Yeah.
And then when Beyonce dropped Renaissance, it showed us okay, this is how you do that type of album. You got to be a different type of artist.
I don't think the album ever consumed me the way that album consumed me.
Pause.
I guess. But no, just bro, the way I remember listening to that album, I was going to pick up my son. And I was driving. Like I said, I listened to that album. And then coming back, I listened to that album. Everything I did that day, that album was playing.
Yeah.
In the way the transition to the next song.
Yeah, transitions were.
It's it was one. To me, it gives me Thriller vibes. It gives me Thriller vibe, the way Thriller.
That's a good segue into the next conversation. But we're gonna think oh, you gonna do it. What's your so I would say so with the transitions.
My favorite song is Plastic on the Sofa.
That's my favorite song.
Bro,
this man really he ain't trying to catch these hands today, bro. That's crazy.
It does something to me in a way in my healing space that I'm in. What I heard when I even now when I listen to this song now, it touches me in a way. Pause. Gotta say pause. But it touches me in a way that.
And we're saying pause for the comedic effect.
Facts. It hits me in a way that this is how I want someone to feel about me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, that special person, I know that feels that way.
I feel that. I look, nobody in the world feel that. I feel that. But that also is my favorite song. I like Heated, and I also like, America Has a Problem. Like that.
Nah, I'm sorry, energy, bro. The way that song comes on, energy.
Yeah, bro. This album full of bops.
I think she kind of stretched her legs on that album,
bro. Sure. Album full of bops. But aside from that one, I think my favorite one was I think it may have been a self-titled. Is it Beyonce the jump with Partition on it? That's what it is. Yeah, Beyonce. That album. Oh my god. That's just. Yeah, she went to a different level on that in my opinion.
Now, my second favorite Beyonce song is Jealous. Like, just man, I could bump in there. Like I said, just the way she moves, bro. Just
we one more.
I guess we can go into the
I love
segment.
Beyonce. I'm saying we'll go into it, but
Yeah.
my favorite, one of my favorite
Y'all ain't gonna
Beyonce
like
songs
this.
is it's very underrated, but that's the type of person I am. I like "I Miss You." Like Frank Ocean wrote it. Like this is just a beautiful, beautiful song. Very probably not many people favorite song. But
jealous was it for me. Like just the way.
But speaking of, let's go into what we really here what we here for today.
I'm gonna take it there.
It's like, the conversation. It has to inevitably happen, and I feel like this comes up every couple years where people compare MJ and Beyonce to who was the greatest entertainer. Whoever was. I mean, it's good company to be in. You know, two of the biggest. You know, so I'm gonna ask you that question. So who do you say is the best or the biggest entertainer?
Y'all ain't gonna like this, but man, Beyonce is Beyonce, man. I'm sorry, she is. They call her King B for a reason, man. Like I mean, that's how I feel. I think not taking anything away from Michael Jackson and what he has done and what he has meant to us as Black Americans and Americans. You know, he's the greatest entertainer of his time, but you know, just like Jordan, you gotta let it go when it's time to let it go. And Beyonce is king now. Sorry.
So I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna disagree, and just off the pure fact of, I mean, I don't want to go to album sales, but you know,
nah, you can't do that because I mean, I feel like disco.
Million,
listen,
you know,
disco.
Mike got like 500 million.
Disco.
Hold on, you had your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel. Let's go.
You had your turn. It's my turn. Skipped. Hey, but but for real. So I ain't never seen nobody faint at a Beyonce concert. Like
sure it's happened.
But not like how Mike Jack was doing it. You know what I'm saying? So like, and when he came out at the concert, was it what concert was it? Was it Super Bowl? I can't remember. He just came out and stood still for minutes, and people yelled and screamed for this man. Who else can do that, bro?
He had to let the propofol calm down.
Who else could do that besides Mike Jack? Bro.
Listen, you know we love Mike. We all love Mike. We all love him, but I think love kind of clouds us a little bit. Like, let's talk about eras, right? Like he benefited from being a part of one of those eras that stretched for a very long time. Like disco stretched like well into the 90s. Like and I don't think people realize that, you know, coming from a place like we love Mike as Black Americans, but let's have the conversation of who really supported Michael Jackson and who drove him into that popularity the way that he was. It was white America, right?
I mean, I can say the same thing for Beyonce.
No, sir.
Beyonce has scores of white women.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something.
For you to be be popular in America, you're gonna have to have the white fan base.
Yeah, you're gonna have.
You can be Black famous,
she Black famous, right? She Black famous. Beyonce is.
No, she's not, bro. You arguing against your own points.
So you're
Beyonce is huge.
She's hold on, y'all taking away from what I'm saying. What I mean by this is like she's a part of a culture, right? Michael Jackson was Black, but he was not a part of our culture.
Okay,
right. Was not a part of our culture.
I get what you're saying there, but I'm saying so we have to be careful about the things that we say. So when we say Black famous, so typically Black famous means that you're only famous amongst Black people. Black people.
What I mean is this:
Pierre, the comedian, that nigga's Black famous. Ricky Smiley,
Black famous.
That nigga's Black famous.
Gotcha. All right, so what I mean by
what I mean,
and my take when it came to that is when it comes to Beyonce, right? She in her Blackness, like it ain't mistaken for nothing else. It's consumed by us. Like
I get that.
It's holy. It's consumed by us.
I get what you mean, brother.
And she survived in an era and in a culture that says you're out of style. You are out of style. Michael Jackson, he became out of style for us. Like we weren't supporting the new things. We were still supporting Thriller, Off the Wall, of course. What was the album that followed Thriller? And that was pretty much it. I think, he was a relic for us. We loved him, but he became a relic for us.
I mean, Mike still had what's the album? The Millennium. Was it Millennium? The jump where he had butterflies when he was getting his R&B bag. Like
but guess what? We didn't consume that album like that. White people still did.
I mean, I agree, yeah, but I'm saying black people still did.
But when it comes to
Beyonce, though,
Beyonce, when it comes to her and what she does, we consume it wholly. In a culture and in an era that says that you are out of style, that your time is up. She constantly reinvents herself.
Bro, now ain't something more phenomenal than the moonwalk, bro. I
mean the moonwalk is the moonwalk.
Wait,
hey, listen,
name a moment that Beyonce has is this big is that it's him breaking out that moonwalk on this stage for the first time, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Like I think when it came to Beyonce, I think Put a Ring on It, bro. The video just did, bro. That
was her. Yeah, bro, that was her crossover.
It was just like the
mega
cockiness that she in her face. The cockiness in her face.
I love it. I love Beyonce. I hate we having this conversation.
Yeah, I do too, because I feel like we having a typical black conversation that we can't have two at the same time. And we definitely can. Mike is Mike. Beyonce is Beyonce.
Yeah,
for sure. It's just about let's talk about, like I said, eras. Like
it's a different era.
Yeah, it's a different era. Like because Michael Jackson still is number one. The Beatles is still
huge.
Like number one.
And eras are important. Like
Elvis?
the time, and basically people are gonna have their peaks, right?
Yeah,
it's gonna be subjective.
I'm sure somebody looking at
shot.
I can't believe he said Michael Jackson ain't the greatest.
Yeah,
upset, but
and people are gonna have their picks for Beyonce to be their number one. So, and it's not far fetched. Like reasonable minds can disagree on this because they're both. Because
I love
amazing
Mike
artists. So
I think Mike was probably the first time I had cried when a celebrity died. Like, and I wasn't a big Michael Jackson fan. Like, let me say this: Prince is for how y'all feel about Mike is how I feel about Prince. Like I think he is, like we just talked about it, like about like Taylor Swift. Like when you say somebody that plays, produces, writes, all of that,
right?
The love Taylor Swift get, Prince did it in a whole nother way. You talking about actor, sex symbol, everything like that. I mean, I'm sorry, and my boy still was going door to door, knocking door to door as a dog, and he was hooping. Like, dude was the GOAT. Like, and again, Mike still had that title, but Prince was back. It's a video. I don't know. I wish we could have it pulled up because it's on YouTube where James Brown here bought Prince and Michael Jackson on stage. He bought all the people at that time on stage to sing. Mike did his thing, but Prince was that guy. Prince pulled a guitar out, did his thing.
Yeah.
But he ain't Mike. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't Mike. He ain't Mike. He not Mike. All right. Let's move on. Another topic that I've been kind of seeing on social media is about Travis Hunter. So for the people who don't know who Travis Hunter is, he is a cornerback / receiver for Colorado for Deion Sanders' team. And he's about to go to the draft. He just won the Heisman, one of the biggest days of his life.
Right.
But most of the discord or the conversation around him is about him and his girlfriend.
But they both kind of brought that up on themselves first. First,
let us know why you.
Well, I'm gonna start this out by saying some things about Travis Hunter, and Deion Sanders, because I was one of the people. I ain't gonna say I doubted Deion because that wasn't the case. Like, it wasn't. But I want to talk about Deion in a whole nother perspective.
I'll talk about it.
Of Black excellence, right? Because when Travis Hunter got up there and said his speech, then I said he deserved the Heisman. His speech kind of took it over the top of me because I think Genty the year was so crazy. That was my Heisman pick. It was just like, nah, this is once in a lifetime for me to see. We might not see this again.
Yeah.
But we also might not see another Travis Hunter again. Well, kids are becoming more dual threat, but we've never seen it done at the magnitude. The kid plays 160 snaps a game. 160 snaps a game, and did it effectively.
Both sides of the ball,
right?
man.
Both sides of the ball,
Crazy.
and did it effectively, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about Deion Sanders, right? Colorado, not one incident. Now, again, I'm not saying things didn't happen in Colorado because I'm sure they did a lot. They do a lot of sweeping under the rug, especially in Boulder.
Of course.
Like if you know Colorado, they still kind of run things the old way. They don't let things leak out to their media and all that. The police are pretty good there.
Yeah,
Colorado, period. Right. But let's talk about how Deion took a program that didn't win any games, maybe one or two, and turned them to a 9-3. And he literally in 3 years.
Yeah.
2 years, really.
Right.
Let's talk about promising a kid everything and delivering. He went and took Travis Hunter from Florida State, said, "Come here to Jackson. I'm gonna give you everything. I'm gonna let you be you, and you're gonna be rewarded in the right way." That's confidence on a whole nother level. Because not only did he do that, he took that kid from Jackson State, from his home to Jackson State to Colorado, and he walked away with 3 trophies and the greatest trophy you can get in college football, which is the Heisman Trophy, right? Yeah. And potentially my Patriots are going to be the one. Shout out to the Patriots to get Travis Hunter. But yeah, let's talk about the greatness of that first. And then now, I said that. Shout out Deion, shout out Travis Hunter, shout out the Heisman. One of the greatest football players of all time in Deion Sanders, and then one of the greatest football players in Travis Hunter. All right, now let's get back to the whole relationship thing, right?
Yeah.
This is social media. Social media will destroy anything it gets its hands on, right?
Yeah.
If you want to keep something peaceful, keep it off social media. Like this is why you should not have people in your business on social media. And I said all that to say this. Buddy ass need to leave old girl alone. Right?
So you one of them, bro? You one of them? That's weird to me, bro. Like y'all on this man.
No. I ain't. I'm talking about if this was a conversation I would have with you, I would tell you, "Hey, dog, this ain't it."
But y'all don't know. Y'all don't know her though. Y'all
We
know
know
what y'all
enough
see on social media.
What
do we know? What do you know?
Listen,
tell me.
For one,
what do you know?
The problem when it comes to our athletes.
What do you know?
Listen. The problem when it comes to our athletes, our Black American athletes, is that their wife want to be just as important, just as big as them, right? You can just be my wife. And again, hold on. See, don't look at it like that. Listen. Ladies,
I'm gonna listen to listen and not listen to respond.
Right.
Okay.
Ladies, this is not me saying that you should take a backseat to your husband or your man. But when your man is the bag, you got to do everything in your power not to diminish his brain. That is key. That is key. Look at Savannah James. We know who run the James home. It's Savannah. She ain't got to say nothing. She ain't got to do the most. She ain't got to be in the way of her husband.
That's a little unfair.
Nah,
I mean, Savannah been doing it for a long time.
Let me cook. Savannah been doing this since she was 18 years old with a child by another 18-year-old. And she has never got out here and showed her ass and embarrassed that man. Right?
Facts.
We don't know what Savannah got going on.
But she's that girl is no Savannah though. I'm saying we can't compare it.
Whoa. Let me cook.
Bro.
We don't know what Savannah got going on. Savannah can be hosting Diddy parties in LA. But guess what? She ain't on social media in the way. Stop being in the way of the moneymaker. This men and women. If your woman, what's Kevin's name? What was Wendy Williams' husband name? Kevin? In the way ass nigga. Like let's stop. Let's talk about you in the way, motherfuckers. That's how I feel. She is in the way of Travis Hunter. Let's say, for instance, Buddy didn't go out there and have a great performance at the bowl game, which he did. He did what he do, right? We do what we do.
Looking at
in my Baltimore voice. But nah, listen. Let's say, for instance, he didn't go out there and perform the way he should have performed. Right? Guess what they would have been saying?
What?
He didn't perform. He let her get in his head. The problems at home has translated into his performance on the field.
Yeah.
That's what they would have said. Shout out Travis Hunter for still standing on business. Football is football. That personal shit is their personal shit. But I said this to say that she is in the way of him and his brand. He seems like to be a good kid. He comes from a very, very, very I don't want to say the wrong thing, but he comes from adverse background, right?
Okay.
And he has reached a level of success by doing the work to become great, staying out of the way.
Yeah.
Don't have somebody put you in the way.
Why? Okay, I get. Okay, who put her? Whose idea was it to put her on? Like I'm saying, like he's.
But he did it himself,
like, right? Like, okay, that's what I'm saying. He had to take some of that. You know what I'm saying? And by showcasing her, which is fine. That's his prerogative.
Showcase your woman, but don't. Nobody said nothing about this situation until she started doing the most. Nobody
the first thing when I started hearing about this whole situation is when they had some kind of interview, and she said that he wasn't initially my type. Since then, it has been very weird.
Nah,
that's what she said. Then people saying, "Hey, get away from her, bro."
She got upset with with him talking to the cheerleaders after the game, signing autographs, right? That was one. Then Deion Sanders had to make this young lady stand up during this man Heisman.
Okay, from her point of view, she said she didn't want to be in the way. Like that's after all the discourse that was surrounding her. She just said,
"What you think they see? What do you think people see? People like, oh damn!" Like
I'm saying, she said I'm saying the reason she sat there.
What is her ethnicity?
I want to. I don't know. She looks maybe to be
what's her ethnicity?
Hispanic, something like that.
Huh?
Latina.
She ain't
black, bro.
She black?
He who remains. Our
producer said
no.
He's saying the internet said that she's black.
Google her ethnicity. Travis Hunter girlfriend. That's her name. That's not her name. Like no, she has a name.
We don't know her name because guess what? She is Travis Hunter. She is famous for being Travis Hunter.
Anyway, but then I see dudes coming out of the woodwork. We're saying like some little dude posted her
cheese,
like, oh yeah, I hit her 3 years ago.
2 years.
Two guys
posting her like she.
Hey, bro. 2 guys supposed to been on posted like.
Yeah, listen.
Hey, man, you gotta let that young man do what he gotta do, bro.
Also, I don't care what a woman did before I had her, as long as she ain't doing it while I got her. Like that's my shit.
But also the other look, I want to you choose my words wisely because I don't want it to be I'm not saying it's tongue in cheek, but it's been a lot of people saying that. I'm trying to say this in a good way, but basically the discourse around it is around Travis's looks, right? And saying that they don't deserve him. So basically, it's like people saying that he's not, conveniently attractive. Like, oh, he need to be happy what he getting and all this type of shit.
Man, listen, money make you attractive. Look at Bill Gates ain't been attractive no time in his life. $1 billion say I can have whatever I want. Mm-hmm. Like, listen, y'all ladies out here talking about some y'all want a soft life. Them ugly dudes with the money don't give you the soft life. I don't know what trait. I'm not attracted to no man. So that young man might look good to a young lady. That ain't my business. What I'm saying is stay the fuck out of the way of the money maker, male or female. If your woman is the big dog, I just watched this shit happen on social media. Memphis social media got a little ratchet. Mm-hmm. And I ain't gonna speak too much, but stay out of your people way, especially when they got a brand. I ain't gonna say too much, but stay the fuck out of your people way. Mm-hmm. Male or female, get out the way. Don't be embarrassing me. Don't be making me look foolish, especially when I'm giving you a platform to do whatever you want to do. She could have sold products. She could have did whatever she wanted to do. Guess what? She want to be in the motherfucking way. What is her name? All I see is Lena. What's her name? Leanna.
I'm not sure.
I don't even want to know her name. I just want to know what her ethnicity is.
Look it up. I think bro, I'm telling you, she's like something like she has to be like Latina. That's what she looks like. But
she look mixed. She
mixed with something. She ain't. Yeah,
she mixed with dick, obviously.
Oh my god.
Because damn, man, the man got a deactivated social media. This shit just too weird.
But I'm saying it's weird. Bro, all that. I'm just saying, why are people so invested in this young man's relationship? It's still a parasocial.
Well, I think people starting to say
like a lot of energy into, and they're telling this man, "Hey, you gotta leave her." That's
she's
weird.
Black, Mexican, and Filipino. Bow Wow should shut the fuck up.
I didn't even listen to what Bow Wow had to
I listen. Bow Wow, listen, first of all,
Hold on. What is? I'm
he
sorry.
dropped
What's that?
little from his name too late.
What is
now
that?
you just forever a little nigga.
What is it? What is it? I'm sorry. What
She
was
said it says that
nationality?
she is black,
ethnicity? I'm sorry.
Mexican, and Filipino.
See, I told you some Latino,
Yeah.
something in there. Yeah, that's what she looked like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, that I don't want to say this because I don't want to attack our queen, so I ain't even gonna say that.
Yeah.
Black women, let me say this here. Y'all get these motherfuckers in check that's out here running wild. Cause that's we trying to hold that young man accountable. Well, I'm not. Do what you want to do. Like, don't go have a bunch of babies out here. Like, don't get in net. Don't let these folks have you out here crashing out. Cause that's what I feel like they trying to turn him into a crash out. He can be a good kid. Now, let's say, for instance, I don't want to hear nobody say, oh, well, he went and got a white woman because the black girl, all of this shit. No, get rid of the trash. When you see trash, put it where it's supposed to go. However she behaving like trash, put her where she's supposed to go. Let the streets have her. My boy Future gonna do it right. I promise you, he gonna get it right. Super gonna get it right every time. Shout out to Super. Get him right. Hey, listen, I'm a firm believer in it. Get him right. Get him right. You gotta get him right.
All right, moving on. Sticking with football, my boy Vic just got a college job. We seen a lot of, who's opening the door. Is it Dion's doing a lot, but who was there first? Was Eddie George?
I think they both got the jobs around the same time. Yeah.
But I saw Teddy Bridgewater.
I think Doug Williams did it first, though. I think Doug Williams did it first.
But I mean, well, Teddy Bridgewater was with the high school team, right?
Yeah,
he took it to the
championship. He went and signed with the team.
Yeah, signed with the Lions to quarterback. So he's having a good year. But man, just black men getting these coaching gigs, man. It's just a good look.
Yeah, and then also what I'm starting to think that the people who are really running the programs, like the ADs and the boosters, are saying we got to put these young men in front of people that look like them, that can have. Because I'm telling you, like what Dion did, bro, is unprecedented in a lot of ways, because he took a D1 program, level 1 program in a Power 5 conference, turned them around in 2 years, right? Had no incidents. He was still like, they say what he was doing at Jackson State wasn't going to translate at Colorado because it was going to be more opportunity. And damn, he proved them wrong. He proved them wrong for sure, because he still was putting their ass on curfews, still putting them in dress codes, still telling them what to do, when to do it, how to do it. And it translated into 9 wins and the Heisman Trophy winner and possibly 3 first-round picks.
Yeah.
So,
for sure. Man, shout out to Young Thug and Mariah the Scientist.
Hold on. And shout out to Deshaun Jackson, because Deshaun Jackson has become the head coach at Delaware State University. Another HBCU. Shout out to that man. Jackpot.
For sure. Now shout out to Young Thug and Mariah the Scientist. I say a lot of this man jail calls getting
that's trash.
Getting leaked, man. That's crazy.
I think he should sue. I would sue. I mean, for one, because why is his jail?
Can you sue? I don't know.
I think he can sue. I think it's unprecedented, but sometimes you got to say president. President.
Speaking of president, R.I.P. to Jimmy Carter.
How we just gonna skip over the
I'm just saying.
My boy Jimmy Carter, 166 motherfucking years old. He rolled it out.
Rolling that man around like Viserys in the wheelchair.
Yeah, but boy he been out of it. They've been keeping him alive like the Rockefeller.
Bro, man, rolling that man around looking like the little granny off SpongeBob in that little chair or whatever.
Yeah, but back to this whole
R.I.P. to Jimmy though, man.
Yeah, shout out Jimmy Carter.
Young Jimmy.
Yeah, he been showing up to inauguration like he tired of them.
They said my boy gone home.
Man. My boy said, "Yeah, I'm tired of this shit. I don't want to see. I ain't going to this inauguration." That's what he said. I ain't gonna make it to this one.
Yeah.
But yeah. Back to the whole thing with Young Thug.
Yeah.
For one, didn't Devin Haney's wife get this wild? See, in the way. In the motherfucking way.
Some people gonna be in the way.
Just that man wife though. Like she all on the jail call and that whole crying. You hear me? Like you gotta move out after that. You can't even come home.
Yeah. What you like for the people who don't know what you're talking about? What
Devin Haney is a boxer that took a loss this year. Boy, what Bill Haney gonna say about that? But yeah. He took an L this year to Ryan Garcia. Then, the whole little steroid thing. Then he said, I'm going to take some time off from boxing. Young Thug jail call was leaked, and his wife was in the jail call crying on camera to Young Thug, right? And then a few other calls here got leaked of him saying that Mariah the Scientist loved me too much. Ooh. And I feel like I just told you that I don't like when a woman is hyper fixated on me, especially in the beginning. Like, oh, that is like a big turn off. Hyperfixation is when you like key in on me. You like me, so you key in on me. You ain't talking to nobody, you ain't texting nobody, you ain't going out with nobody. You just focused on me. Nah, don't make me something before I am.
Right? Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's this is rare, but the most beautiful situations are when you like someone, when the like is equal. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the time, it's gonna be this person likes this person more or whatever. This is just how it goes. But I think it's a beautiful thing when the head ass or the lust or the love is mutual, right?
No, somebody gotta be the same person in a situation, especially a new situation. Again, I don't know. I didn't even know there was his girlfriend until he got locked up. So there's that, right?
Let's go back. Why would you disagree with what I said? You know?
Oh, you want me to tell you why? Because
that's your opinion.
Love is one thing. Love is never going to be equal.
You can't have no mutual like. You don't know that. You can't have no mutual like.
All right. So this is my problem with this whole conversation. This is why the divorce rate is very high.
So good today.
Yeah, nah, brother. Nah, I ain't letting because I told you I ain't want to talk about that Michael Jackson shit, and you brought it up. So we finna take it the other day. Yeah. So the
divorce rate is high because of what?
The reason why I think the divorce rate high and a lot of other things is high.
It's been high.
The STD rate, all of this because y'all need everything to be equal. Y'all don't understand how to struggle with nobody. Y'all don't understand when it's your time to give 80 because your partner ain't got nothing but 20 to give you. So you gonna have to be the big dog. It ain't gonna always be equal. It's not. That's the reality of this. Sometimes you might have to pull 80 at your ass because your partner ain't got it. They tired. They work kicking their ass, school kicking their ass, the kids kicking their ass. They might not have it. Everything is not going to be equal. The love ain't gonna be equal sometimes. Sometimes you're gonna have to leave. Guess what though? Y'all all gotta give 100% effort when it comes to that. So yes, you can be hyperfixated. You can't over-like somebody to the point to where it becomes destructive. It can.
I agree with it. I mean, I agree with that. I mean, I feel like we're saying some different things, but yeah, I agree with the.
So what?
Your partner is not going to always be able to give you 100%. Yeah, of course.
I mean, in every aspect, like what are you bringing? That's the question. Are you so focused on what the other person bringing or giving that you don't even realize that you ain't bringing and giving what you said you was gonna do?
I mean, before even getting into a relationship, bro, like your shit need to be in order.
Let's so again,
I'm talking about your finances, your mental health,
and guess what?
Everything needs to be in
still breaking up and getting divorced. Like I think that we be equally yoked is not the same as having what the other person has. Sometimes equally yoked means that you fit together. I think people that whole equally yoked thing, they got it wrong because it's like you saying that you got to match this with that. This guy, if I got this, you gotta have it. That's not equally yoked. Equally yoked is that y'all fit together.
Yeah, I mean, it's more so than it's not things or possessions being equally yoked. It's more of
I think knowing your place
is all of it. I mean, I'm saying it's more of a state of being. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just like I said, possessions. It's intelligence, it's tact. It's all these different things rolled up into one because what I would say is that yes, being equally yoked is super important. Is knowing how to navigate a room, like if you have a woman or a man, knowing how to be chill in a room full of homeboys, but also knowing or homegirls or whatever, just friends, but being able to also go into a place where business is being done and know how to conduct yourself and carry yourself, and also say what you about to say.
No, I agree with you when you say that because you got to definitely be a complimentary partner. I think that's very important. Like if you're not complimentary to your partner, then you're a competitor. Don't be a competitor. Like
a lot of people do be jealous of their partner.
I think that, man, you can tell a lot of times too. Like Phil Hartman. Rest in peace to Phil Hartman. He was killed by his partner off of sheer jealousy. The lady, she had some mental illnesses. Like she was taking some, and she killed herself too. Rest in peace to her too. Mental health is very important. But her disdain for who he was and people loving him on Saturday Night Live and just him being that guy put her in a mental space of thinking that he didn't want to be with her. Like he fought for that until the end. He lost his life. She killed him. But yeah, back to the whole thing. I think you can love somebody too. I feel Young Thug on him like, damn, you like me too much, type shit.
Shit. I mean, it's only a problem if you don't like her as much. Well, which can be a problem. It is what it is. That's how he feels.
Definitely, like I want to be the one. I want to be the one because I know how to manage my liking. So I want to like you more than you like me. Like you want
to be the one who likes more.
Yeah,
I don't want it to be me
because I know how to manage it. I know how to manage it. I know.
I don't want to be because if you're the one who likes more, I feel like the other person has the ball in their court.
See, that's what you call. I ain't gonna call you the N word.
What you gonna call me?
Not the one with the ER on the end, but the one with the IST on the end. So I feel like you got to be that much in control of. Yeah, I ain't gonna say that. Shout out to my producer said it low enough that y'all can't hear him. But no, because that's an insult because I know that's not who you are. I'm never gonna blurt that out because I feel like that word is very overused. So the word that we never going to use on the podcast. But
I was just about to say just to spite you, just to spite you.
But no, I think I don't necessarily have to be in control. I can control my emotions, right? Yeah. So therefore, I can be in like of you more than you are.
But sometimes you can't control. I don't know. See what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't. Me. You should be able to control your emotions. Yeah, but sometimes like sometimes the light sneak up on you, bro.
Yeah,
you be in a space where you be like,
damn, I know how to say this. All right.
What the hell? How did I get here?
So when somebody
just looking around and shit, you don't even know.
So when somebody likes you more than you like them, right? You can't control the environment, right? Because you don't know what they're thinking. You don't know how they're processing their emotions and their feelings. You don't know what you're doing to trigger them. When I like someone more than they like me, or as much as they like me, I know how to sit down and say, let's have a conversation. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about this. Let me tell you about my emotion in a non-toxic way. I don't have to do all of it to where I'm driving the person away. Like I'm not love bombing them, trying to get them to feel the way I feel. Because usually, guess what? Their result, that makes them not like you, and you're gonna keep love bombing them, and they're gonna not like you even more. And then you become the nigga that good morning, beautiful, while she laying on my chest. That's essentially what happens.
All right. With that being said,
and he know I ain't lying because he been the nigga that's the girl laying, the nigga texting the phone dinging, he waking us up.
I've been both, bro. I've been both.
Yeah, I definitely
I've been one. I was like somebody more than she liked me one time. Before, but, you know what I'm saying? I'll never go back to that. You know what I'm saying? Just doing.
Nah, but listen. I've learned to manage those emotions to where I've never let my previous situation. Now, let me not say that because I'll be a liar if I said that.
Okay, all right.
I have let my previous emotions shape. Yeah, definitely. But now, healing me knows how to digest those situations for what they are. Like, it's not the emotion. It's not it's the human element of the emotion that changes the dynamic of what it is. Love is love no matter what. The human element of love changes the dynamic of what it is, right? So that person that you're trying to love. Oh yeah, facts. I got this shit. You hear me? Dr. Trio, you hear me? Timothy.
Yeah.
But no, I don't want you to like me more than I like you because I can control how much I like you. I can control what I project onto you.
Yeah.
Right.
And as a Libra, who is a hopeless romantic,
and an unbalanced one is that
I want to be dangerously, stupidly in love. Like I don't.
But you got to be stupider to him.
Is what it is.
You gotta be worse.
No, we gotta be equally stupid.
I'm gonna tell you another thing. So
equally stupid.
my boy. Like, listen. You see, the problem with people like him, my guy. See, again, not my old, because he definitely. My boy did the work. Shout out
Thank
to you.
you.
My
Thank
boy
you,
did
bro.
the work.
Come on
All
now.
right, so
I'm
he
in
did the
therapy,
work.
bro. I got
He in
therapist.
therapy, and he's having healthy conversations about his love life, right? And he's taking in what's being said. Not like, oh, I hear you, but I'm gonna do what I want to do, but more like I appreciate the advice and the growth. So,
Yeah.
but my boy always, ooh-wee.
Bro, we ain't talking about that. But what you said was very key. That what I've taken from my past relationships, I apply them to the new situation. So, just being able to learn from mistakes, and so you don't keep on repeating them.
Man,
and it's
listen.
like what am I trying to say? It's like Groundhog Day, like the movie or whatever.
Ooh-wee.
Like those movies where you have the recurring thing of you live the same day by day. You doing these little different things and incrementally small things to build up to
Creating the same thing.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Doing changing small things until you've mastered it. I think that's what we should take from relationships. Just do, okay, what can I do different this time? Next
Take
time,
all the
what can
positives. Take all the
Take the
don't take the
positives
negative.
and try
Don't
to fix
don't
and
take
try
the
to
negatives.
take the negatives too.
No,
But
don't take the negatives.
Listen, let me spin it. Take the negatives too, and then figure out how you can turn those negatives into positives. So being able to recognize those negatives and being able to change them because so they're more conducive to the next situation. Right?
I can say my biggest negatives in relationships. Man, one of the worst, and I preach this now. I say it enough out loud to where I don't. Is matching the energy of a woman. Like, boy, like I had to definitely get that out of my system. That is a demon because that is not a man. Men do not match the energy of women, and it's not fair to us because a lot of times you want to reciprocate that same emotion so they understand how you feeling. But again, the way they process emotions, my opinion, because I can't speak for y'all ladies. I'm not a lady. I don't have what y'all have, but I feel like a lot of times when they be like, it's the small things. We like, but I did this, but I did that, but you didn't do the small things. And then so like I said, woman come in the house, she slamming the cabinets closed, she upset because old girl at work sent her email with all caps. So now she mad. Her whole day been bad since she got that old cap email, and then she come in the house, she upset, ain't got nothing to do with you, but it's projecting onto the house. And so you like, what the fuck wrong with you? You mad because she mad. Instead of you giving her the security of getting her back to the space of a healthy feeling, like, baby, what's wrong with you? What can I do? Come sit on the couch, rub my feet. Let's talk about
listening.
it.
Let's just a lot of women just want somebody to
just
listen.
Being there always, because I've been in the listening ear for a lot of niggas' girlfriends.
This man always
I mean, let's listen again. That's true though. Like, I'm just being honest. And I used to carry this too. I used to always say this, like when my female friends start liking me, right? And I say this right here: I'm always a better friend and a better boyfriend. I carried that kind of shit. That was ignorance. Like, you could be the same man that you are in your friendship. You should be your spouse's friend, right?
Of course.
So yeah, I used to carry this shit like, you don't want me because I'm a better friend and a better boyfriend. That was some dumb shit, but I literally would carry that into situations because I feel like I feel like that gave me a way to say that you knew that I was gonna suck as a boyfriend because now my feelings are involved and I can't be this person that I am now to you because I feel something different for you. I have possession of something that I wasn't supposed to possess. But neither there. Let's move the fuck on.
Yeah, I'm about to say this, and we're gonna wrap it up. And just, I think one of my biggest things or biggest issues I had in past relationships was doing things that she didn't ask for. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just doing stuff and it's so I'm saying I'm doing stuff.
Love them in their love language. I get what you're saying.
That's my love. My love language is acts of service. So I'm, like, doing service. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. But she like, I ain't asked you to do that. So now I'm like, damn, what you mean? But I did it though. Like, I did it for you, and it's like that ain't what I need. So just being able to, like you said, love people the way they want to be loved, and speak to their love language. Shout out to SZA. Talk to me in my love language. But
that's what she was with. That's why she baby. I ain't even heard her say that.
I'm gonna give you that song anyway. But that, man, that's the episode, man. Thank y'all again for rocking with us. however you consume this, whether it's Spotify,
and spread
music,
it. Like we try
YouTube,
to listen.
whatever.
This is a podcast. This is y'all's podcast. We just standing up here.
Pod for the people.
Yeah, this is a pod for the people. Like we standing up here. We're going to say the things that y'all want to say, and we're going to create a space for everybody to hear and digest it the way they do. We're not here to insult anybody. We're not here to demean anybody. This is a fair. This is a what we say. This is an equal playing field for everybody. Like for the gangsters, for the nerds, for the professionals, for the hustlers. Like this is us. Yeah. This is all we embody. Everything we just said. Everything what I just said. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm practicing my speech. Like it's gonna be some Ric Flair shit next week because he said he want me to open up.
Oh yeah.
And we still talking because our producer need to come close this motherfucker out. So yeah, we gonna keep on talking shit until he bring his ass down here and close the show out. I am Hemi.
I'm real.
And this is episode 9, and we gave up naming this podcast, and we really didn't because we got a name. We got a couple names. We gonna bring this shit to y'all with a whole photo shoot and production.
Do this shit the right way.
Yeah, we're gonna do this shit the right way.
So, all right. Peace out.